Hi, welcome. This is Annette Campo, and I want to introduce my guest on the podcast today, Christina Dedvakai.
Oh, perfect. Hi, good morning, everyone.
Love that last name.
Thank you.
It was a hard one in the beginning when I first met you.
Yeah.
So Christina is actually our team leader here in the local Keller Williams marketplace that I'm in at 13 Mile and Northwestern. And she serves in the role of team leader. And so today we're going to be talking about if you've thought about a career in real estate, if you are an experienced agent and looking to kind of either size up your business, scale the scalability of your business, and you're looking for a better partner than if you're on your own or if you're with another flag, we're going to get into that today. So,
Yeah.
Christina, tell us a little bit about what is your big aha about real estate?
So coming new into the industry, not a licensed agent, you just realize it's not as glamorous as you think it is. You think the way I thought about it coming in, it's like all these people are just selling all these beautiful homes and it's all luxury. And you realize it's a team effort. It's not, you have to have determination, you have to have motivation, and you have to have a support structure behind you. I mean, it's your business. It's you. It's not, a brick and mortar. It's you. And that's the biggest thing coming into real estate.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. People don't realize they think it's glamorous just looking at expensive houses, right? And you have to have that entrepreneur spirit. We always say that fire in the belly and the spark in the eye. And one of the reasons why I'm here and partnered with Keller Williams for so many years, and of course, being in the business now for almost close to 4 decades, I have, seen how the industry has morphed over the last 40 years. And it's neat now with technology. If you're a real estate agent that's wanting or thinking about getting into the industry and becoming a real estate agent, Keller Williams really is that great partner.
Yes.
And there's a couple reasons. One of them is that, Gary has set up actual 40 hours, which is your pre-licensing requirement, as an opportunity with no strings attached. So tell us, why is that 40 hours so important with us?
Well, that 40 hours really helps you to get an actual visual of what to expect and what was required of you and the support you're going to need and the support you're going to have. And we want to be as transparent with everyone who comes in and talks to us. And that 40 hours is really what's going to show you what to look forward to in your future with it.
Yeah, it kind of gives you a snapshot, but it also is the state requirement to pass the first exam of the class and then, of course, the state exam. And once you pass that state exam, you're technically a real estate agent, right? And to become a realtor is the difference in making sure that what association you're going to be a member of, the Code of Ethics with National Association of Realtors. And so it's really important to have that partnership and understand what you're truly getting into. And that entrepreneur spirit sometimes gets a little clouded as to there's some, financial commitments as well. Not only time, but also financial commitments. And so Keller Williams within our market centers as a new agent, I think there's some opportunities. Our competitive advantage is having that coach on staff.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts of what you've experienced with our coaching department?
So we have an amazing coaching department. Her name is Jolie, and she is our productivity coach, and she works with you hand in hand, and she's there with you every step of the way. And, we're working as a team, as a leadership team within the office to make sure that we're providing our agents with the necessary skills to be successful in their business. So we're in the business of making people successful. And our productivity coach is right in the forefront of that. And she's amazing in everything she does. You never feel that you're unsure to ask a question or something like that. She's there. We're there giving you real life, instances, expectations. And we want to be able to support you and your business and provide trainings that we feel are necessary, whether it's selling skills, lead tips, whether it's becoming a real estate agent, and your case scores and things like that. We as a leadership team within the office work together to make sure that you are successful.
And Keller Williams really supports us on tools and systems, right?
Yes.
Because yes, it is a simple business. However, it is not a simple business.
Yes.
And so we also, within our market center, and many market centers across the country, focus in on those tools and systems. I know, for instance, obviously my current role is the broker of our market center, which is a new role for me. I've been a broker for many years, but actually being in that place where agents come, I always like to say, I whenever they have a problem, they're in my office, right? Because we're here to discuss. But what's really neat about it is it gives agents that third-party perspective that's not in the heat of the transaction.
Yep.
And one of the competitive advantages that Keller Williams really offers agents is that win-win mindset.
Yes.
Right? Even though, yes, negotiations, everyone wants to pay a certain price, everyone wants to sell for a certain price, but it still has to be that win-win environment. And the relationships we have across the table with other real estate agents that are not part of Keller Williams is as important as our relationships with our clients as well. So I think that really allows that type of culture, which is one of the number one things of why we're at Keller Williams, besides the leadership development, the career development, is the culture of who we are as people.
Yes.
And that's where that win-win kind of falls into it. What are your takes on some of the cultural stuff that have come up, opportunities?
So, coming in again new to the industry, it's been amazing to see just how much Keller Williams is committed to their agents and their agent success. And it's all about, that's that family first mindset that we work together, where it's not competitive. It's not you against me. It's, how can we build each other? And it's an amazing, and no matter what industry you're coming from, that type of culture draws you in. And it's going to set you as a foundation to be successful because you have that support system.
Well, you're part of something larger.
Yes.
Right? And that's what's really it's about. You're not this lone person out on an island selling real estate. You literally have people that are on your team. And when you're a new agent or a person coming in thinking, oh, I want a great life in real estate. I want to show expensive houses or whatever it is. They want to gain freedom. They want to have control of their schedule. I mean, there's a variety of different big whys of why people decide to get into real estate. But once you do that, having that team experience is really important and not feeling like you have to keep all of your information in a box.
Correct. Yes.
Everyone's intentions is to truly come in our culture from a place of contribution.
Yes.
And it's funny is that Gary Keller has impacted not only my business, but he also impacts my personal life. And so I have two great kids. One is in the business with me and my business partner, Trevor, and he had an opportunity to go to Quantum Leap, which is this incredible class that Gary Keller teaches for individuals from 18 to 25 and just kind of walks through what they want to accomplish in life. What do they love? What do they dream? Like what will drive them to jump out of bed and do? And then how do you create that into a way of supporting yourself and growing out a life by design of things that you want in that? And so it's not just for people getting into real estate. It can be for if you're thinking about architecture, if you're thinking about going into law, if you're thinking about going into medical. It just kind of gives you that step back and what is important to you?
Yes.
What skill sets do you have? And what do you need to leverage to be able to, make up those differences or possible, challenges, to get you to that end goal. And so that isn't a typical real estate company.
No.
And people don't understand that about Keller Williams. So when you're looking for a place as a new agent, there's no question that, this is the right place. Not only having the prerequisite of the 40 hours, the support of our coaching, the support of our leadership, but also just having that experience of well-rounded and balanced lifestyle around it. Because trust me, my personality, you've gotten to know a little bit over the past 2 months. I'm driven. There's no question. And so having that balance and understanding how to manage even people like me, but also people maybe come in that aren't as strong in a personality, that are a little bit shy, and still being successful in the business because each one of us is so unique, and we people buy people before they ever buy a product or service. And so when you help people understand their authenticity, they in turn show up so differently in such a great vision and version of themselves. So let's talk about experienced agents.
Yes. So if you are experienced, this is the place you want to be. We provide your technical support that you need for you. We provide your marketing support that you need for you. We are there for you every step of the way to escalate your business to a higher level. We meet, we decide, what are your goals, how can we get you to your next goal? You've already achieved so much in this business, in this industry, how we're going to get you to the next level. And it's a perfect environment for that. If you're looking to grow, if you're looking to expand, if you're looking to enter new mindsets, this is going to be your place to be.
I think one of the biggest attractions that you just mentioned was the place that you want to be as an experienced agent. And what ends up happening is it attracts other experienced agents. And over the years of being in this industry, I've always surrounded myself with people that know more than me. And that's how I learn. It's always been like that for me. And so in real estate, you want to be around those top agents. You want to find out what's working for them.
Drive matches drive.
100%. Drive matches drive. I love that. And so one of the things I think that we want to really focus on if you're an experienced agent is being in that mastermind setting whenever you want it. So yes, there's structure, obviously. We have the best training program in the country, international awards, right? In the market center, you just being in that space with other people that are producing at a high level gives you the ability to mastermind on top of it. And of course, I'm going to toot your horn because I think that this role that you fill, it's an enormous competitive advantage against other real estate companies. Is the team leader position really is there to be that coach for those top agents. It's not to replace coaching, and being a coach, a prior coach myself, it's really important to have that accountability piece, someone that you can sit down to say, this is what you did last year, right? How did you get there? What means and what revenue did you spend? Was that cost effective wise? And then going into that next role of your business the next year, if it's the first year or 5 years down the road, how do you see and what do you need to leverage? Having that third party perspective outside of your business, I need that. And I always joke around, it takes like 3 coaches to keep all this in line. It's true, right? So you at least minimally need, some sort of a coachable mindset around that. And so Keller Williams offers that. It's there every day.
It's there for you. Yes. And, you get a chance to sit down and talk to me. I've been in learning and development and training for 14 years now. And it's something I have a passion for. So I want to sit down. I want to learn your business. I want to get to know you and what makes you thrive and what kind of environment can we create for you to thrive in within our market center. And I want to sit down and I want to use our AI tools to figure out how are you using your knowledge, your skills, your personality to attract business? And can we use AI to see what other types of strategies can we put in place for you? So it's a great opportunity just to sit down and, talk about yourself and see where we can go with you.
Well, and real estate can change your life.
Yep.
No question. And Gary Keller's always said that in 5 years, you can be in a completely different location if you want to be. And that isn't geographical. That means financial. That means balance. That means whatever you want it to mean. It's about making a commitment that this is where I want to be. And then how do I get that roadmap to get there? And so knowing that this is that culture for that, let's give them some action tips at this point. So if you're thinking about, hey, I'd like to have a career in real estate, please fill out the form. There's a QR code in the video. We'd love to have you. It literally is no obligation.
No, meet me for a coffee. We'll have a great conversation, get to know one another.
Love that. And then if you're a seasoned agent, we actually offer a free one-on-one coaching.
Yes.
With Christina or any other top agent in our office that you're interested in sitting down with. Sometimes they ask me to come in. Obviously, I love to be part of the conversation. But it just those are those action items. And even coming in for a one-on-one, there's no obligation. No. We just want you to find the right place where you can be the most authentic self that you are and have the most successful business that you want to design.
Yep.
Thank you, Christina, for coming on today. I'm super excited. And just give us a call.
Thank you.